Good morning, everybody. On Tuesday, we worked with fewer and more, and today we're going to do the same. We're going to work with fewer and more, but in a little bit of a different way today. Let me show you what we're going to be doing. We're going to be working with numerals and dots that show more or fewer today. Numeral is just another name for the number. I'm going to get a blue. And what I'm going to do is first read the directions. That's always the most important thing to do first. I'm going to use my cursor, write the numeral to match each group of dots. So I have to count the dots and write the number or the numeral. Then circle the group that has more. All right, so the first thing I want to do is count the dots and write the numeral. And then I want to compare them to see which one has more. Let's start with the first one. I'll count the purple dots first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to write a 6 in the box. Let me switch my tool and use my pen tool. That should be a little bit easier. All right, let's count the next ones. 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 4 blue. And now I need to figure out which one has more. Which is more, 6 or 4? I can tell just by looking at the purple dots, those are more. They have more. I'm going to circle the numeral and the dots to show more. All right, let's do box B. I'm going to count the purple dots first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm touching every dot as I count them so I can be very careful. Now I'm going to get my skip counting fingers ready. I'm going to count by twos. 2, 4, 6, 8. I'm going to write an 8 in the box, and now I have to figure out which group has more, 7 or 8. I can tell that there's one more dot in the blue dots. I'm going to circle 8. The group of 8 is one more than 7. All right, I see some dominoes down here. I'm going to count them just like I did for box A and B. I'm going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Down and around and give it a hat is what we say to write a number 5. Now I need to count the dots in the second box. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now I know that if I'm thinking about a number line, that 7 is more than 5 or greater. You could also say greater. And I'm going to circle the group that shows more. All right, I have a lot of dots to count in box D. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Circle around in a big line down. And I can tell just by looking at the dots in the second domino, there are 4. It's called, here's a big word, subitizing, when you can just look at a group and know how many there are. But because we are mathematicians, I'm going to double check and count anyway. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I can tell just by looking at all the dots in the first domino that that one has more. Now I see something a little bit different in the boxes at the bottom. There are some new directions and we need to read them. Write the numeral to match each group of dots. So that's the same. Let's see what the second part says. Then circle the group that has fewer. Okay, that's going to be a little bit different. Up above, we circled the things that had more. This time, we want to circle the groups that show fewer, okay, or less. It's another name. I'm going to count the dots. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to write the number 4. And now here, I'm going to count by twos. 2, 4, 6, and one more makes 7. I only want to circle the group that has fewer. And I know that 4 is fewer than 7. If I look at the dots, there are 3 more dots in the group of 7. One more box. Let's do box B down here. Now, I'm noticing that the number of dots in the domino here are the same as the ones in box D. So for right now, I'm just going to write 9 because it looks like the same, but I will always double check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I see three groups of three make 9. Now I notice on this domino, it looks like the same is in box C. So I'm going to write a 7, but just like before, I'm always going to check and count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Which one has fewer? Fewer dots. The 7 has fewer dots than the 9. All right, great work, everybody. If I don't see you before Friday, have a great weekend.